Linda clips coupons every week. Mr. Brainy never checks prices. Mr. Brainy just crossed $400,000 in net worth. Linda is still counting change. Linda is standing in the cereal aisle of her local grocery store on a Saturday morning, holding two boxes side by side under the fluorescent lights. She's comparing unit prices on her phone. She's been doing this for 11 years, meal prepping every Sunday, buying store brands, skipping vacations, driving a $2,000 car she paid cash for in 2019. Linda has done every single thing the Frugality playbook recommends. This morning, before leaving for the store, she checked her network spreadsheet. It's almost identical to what it was 3 years ago, and she has absolutely no idea why doing everything right is producing almost nothing. She didn't stop clipping coupons. She didn't abandon the meal prep. But somehow, her neighbor Mr. Brainy, who eats out twice a week, drives a 4-year-old lease, and never once opened a coupon app, quietly crossed $400,000 in net worth last year. Linda's disciplined sacrifice cost her the same amount it always has. Mr. Brainy's comfortable spending is building something hers never does. And this isn't bad luck. Her brain just did this on its own. She never sat down and decided, I'm gonna focus on the small stuff and ignore the big stuff. It just happened. But Linda has no idea she's not actually saving money. She's just moving it. Here's the actual problem. Your brain doesn't experience frugality as a wealth-building strategy. It experiences it as a threat signal. Every time Linda compares unit prices, skips the restaurant, or drives past a new car lot, her brain registers one message: there is not enough. There's a name for this. Researchers call it the scarcity mindset. Basically, your brain's ability to think clearly starts shrinking. Princeton researchers found something wild. Scarcity thinking hits your brain the same way pulling an all-nighter does. While Linda is mentally calculating 17 cents per ounce versus 19 cents per ounce, her brain is just full. There's nothing left for the question that actually changes things. Not how do I spend less, but how do I earn more? Think of it this way. Frugality is like spending all your energy bailing water from a leaking boat, while Mr. Brainy is quietly patching the hole and installing a motor. Linda's brain is completely occupied with a leak. Mr. Brainy's brain is free to think about the destination. This isn't just Linda. We're taught from childhood that saving small is the path to having large. Every coupon she clips feels like a win. First, the small victories feel good, then they become the entire strategy. And this is where it gets worse. 6 months into Linda's 11th year of frugality, something happens that should change everything. She gets a raise at work. Obviously, she saves it. That's what you do, right? But the scarcity signal is still running. Her brain is still broadcasting, not enough. Meanwhile, Mr. Brainy gets the same raise. He doesn't save it, he invests it. Same income, same raise, two completely different places the money goes. 1 year later, Linda's jar has grown by exactly what she put in. Mr. Brainy's extra $300 grew while he slept. That gap isn't luck, it's bandwidth. And here's the cruelest part. The more disciplined Linda becomes about frugality, the louder the scarcity signal gets, and the less room her brain has for the ideas that could actually change things. First, frugality feels like progress. Then it becomes the ceiling. 3 years after their identical starting points, Mr. Brainy has crossed $400,000 in net worth. Linda is in exactly the same place she started. Okay, here's the actual problem. You know what's wild? Linda isn't doing anything wrong. Frugality is a real tool. It just isn't a wealth-building tool. It's a wealth-preserving tool. And when you don't have much to preserve, preserving it perfectly still leaves you with not much. This is what behavioral economists call the scarcity trap. When your brain is locked in scarcity mode, it can't think in abundance mode at the same time. Their brain is just running different software. Mr. Brainy doesn't think about spending less. He thinks about earning more, investing smarter, and building systems that work while he sleeps. Linda's brain isn't broken. It's running exactly the program her parents installed. She just learned the wrong lesson from the right instinct. The problem isn't Linda's discipline. She's applying enormous discipline to the wrong lever. So how do you actually fix this? The fix isn't what you think. You don't need to spend more, earn more, or change how you live right now. You just need to add one question frugality never taught you. Every time you find yourself sweating the small stuff, stop and ask yourself, what would make this not matter at all? Not, how do I save 2 cents, but what would make 2 cents genuinely irrelevant? Here's how it plays out in real life. For every hour Linda spends on frugality tasks, she now spends 30 minutes on something that could actually grow what she makes. Not instead of frugality, alongside it. When that question starts running in Linda's brain, the scarcity signal begins to quiet. Her brain starts rewiring toward the questions Mr. Brainy Brain naturally asks. 3 months after Linda makes this single shift, she's still clipping coupons. But she's talking to her manager about a promotion path. She's developing a skill that could generate freelance income. And she's investing the difference instead of just saving it. For the first time in 11 years, her net worth is actually moving. Not because she spent more, because she started asking bigger questions. The same discipline that kept her perfectly stuck is now pointed at something worth hitting. Remember Linda in the cereal aisle? Same cereal aisle, same Saturday morning, same Linda, but now she has a different question running. Frugality without income growth is just organized poverty. The goal was never to be the best at being broke. What lever is your brain spending its energy on right now? Whatever lever you've been pulling, you now know which one to add. If you want to keep understanding why your brain does what it does with money, we do this every week, because next week we're talking about something even more counterintuitive. Why paying off your debt first might be the most expensive mistake you ever make. See you then.